Okay, I got a mint in box YouTube pen today, and for people that are sending a box that they say contains a pen and it's a mint in box, don't effing tape it up, because how's that supposed to work? I suppose I could send it to Forensic Files and they have a way to remove the adhesive by spraying certain kinds of chemicals on it to, I guess this is not coming off badly. Oh, see, there it is. It's coming off badly. So don't do this. If you're at a flea market, don't use sticky price tags to put on your unframed Rembrandt etching. Well, this has been relatively untraumatic. Normally, everything comes off with it. So far, it's not been bad, but it's still, there's something about this in Leviticus, right after not eating shellfish or whatever. Thou shalt not use tape to seal up mint in box pens that you're putting on eBay. So far, there's one little tiny piece. I know, you want me to go right into the pen. See the pen and pencil set. Well, this is a pen and pencil set, mint in box, new in box, that most of you won't have any interest in. In fact, do I even have an interest in it? We'll find out. It's a Waterman Taperite in a sort of aqua blue color. And, oh, it's one of these. It's a late one. What do you know? Is this a gold nib? Probably not. Or is it? This is like one of the last things that came off their assembly line here. The pencil works. This cap, I don't think the pen has ever been used, but what the hell is going on here with the cap? We'll find out in a minute. The cap really doesn't want to stick. I think its little clutch is not connected in the right spot. The pencil works. See, it's not supposed to do what it's doing. I don't know if this is, I don't think this is a gold nib. I think it's gold in color. I don't think it's 14 karat gold. Is it? There's something about it. Well, it might be. Let's just see. This is Shitty ink. Schaefer's ink. This ink bleeds rather badly. Okay, where's my rag here? Okay, so this is a Waterman aerometric fill. Waterman, Paperwhite wannabe, but it might be, where's my loop? My kingdom for my loop. Come on, are you gold or not? It's hard to know. Okay, let's fill it up, not with Schaefer ink because it's bad. We'll fill it up with Mont Blanc ink. Now, I don't know what is wrong with this clutch thing on the inside. This is a very late one of these pens. This is crappy paper. Where's some better paper? Well, can you write, do you think? What the hell is wrong with you? Help if I maybe aimed it this way. There's something about this nib that makes me think it's not gold. It looks gold, but I don't think it really is. Okay, now, see, this is not, it's sort of, some part of the inner cap is connecting with this thing, but not enough of it to actually do any good. Well, that's not good. Dribbling. Oh, it's because I pushed. Now, see here, that's staying, and it comes off. So when this is on, it like bounces off. What the hell is wrong with this? This is very weird. Okay, doctor, explain to me why the cap, oh my God, the cap stays on there. Let's see what happens if I guess that's what I have to do. I have to put the cap on, take the barrel off, put the cap on, take the barrel off. Okay, now what's wrong? It's very weird. Unscrew this, put that on, it snaps in place, it's held on, put this in, pull this off, and it's fine. Why can't this go on? Oh, I have to cram it in, I guess. I have to use brute force. Okay, now that I understand how the pen works, let's see how it... So this is very weird. I think I may have one of these that does have an aerometric filler like this. So it must have been, you know, one of the last things they made. The jury's still out on whether this is a gold nib or a gold-plated nib. And I guess I'll find out if I write with it. And the plating comes off. Very weird. But it's nice. And it's okay. There's something about it that it's small. It's smaller than the standard one. Like this doesn't even fit. Here's a standard stately or Paperwhite. So this is like a demi size. So Waterman is going down the tubes like this, down the tubes, and they're about here, and they're saying, okay, what do we have to do? We have to make things smaller and cheaper. I know. Let's make them smaller. and charge more for them. We can get rid of the people in the lever department. The entire lever department can be fired. Just hire a couple of extra lawyers to deal with Parker's aerometric fill system in case they get their nose out of joint. So let's make everything smaller. Let's see, how did they make the pencil crappier? Waterman pencils are not great. They often don't work, and don't even try to fix them. This looks like there's remnants. Is there a name on this one? I mean, an engraved name, or is that just snot from the original sticker? I don't know. Who knows? Are there directions in this thing explaining it underneath? No. Well, it's interesting because it's small and because I don't think I have one. This will go in my collection and I will have fun with it. Come on. There. God, that is a lot of work. Okay, now for the bad news. This pen cracked in its life, but I did really nice drawings with this pen on Sunday, yesterday. I went to Mount Auburn Cemetery, and this pen drew, among other things, these drawings here. I also used a different pen, but let me find one. Here's one that I used mainly with that pen. Here we go. So very delicate line work, and then I later loosened up the ink with a brush, wet brush, and sort of made it smear. Mount Auburn Cemetery has all sorts of dead people in it. Some of them are famous, some of them are just dead, and you don't know who they are. But I really, really had fun, and this is sort of rough watercolor paper with a texture on it, I guess you can kind of see. And this cracked Waterman Taperite just went right over the little bumps without a problem. And but there's a crack right there. Now I could probably, this was one of the pens I was going to bring out with me all the time with my sketch. When I go outside sketching, I would bring this pen, I would bring this pen, I would bring this pen. This one I did not actually end up using out there, and I don't think I would enjoy it. The nib is just a little too stiff. It dreams of being flexible, but it just doesn't do it in real life. This pen I really had fun with. This is a Waterman yellow nib, which is the lefty nib. And I was able to push it around and make it do what I wanted to have it do. So these two pens maybe are all I need to bring with me. I also brought this Sheaffer that has a really, really fine Triumph nib on it. And I just don't think that would make me happy taking this out. And I don't know why, but I think it's too Johnny One Notey for my tastes. This pen I put up, it was not filling, and I discovered the sack in it had the same problem that my other sack head, the sack tile dysfunction, where it was this gummy, part of it was rubber, very nice supplely rubber, like this one supposed to be, and then the back half was just decaying. And I think both the pens that I discovered this in, both I had sacked recently. So either the sack company is making sacks differently and something got in their vat, or my ink is doing a number on these things, or both, or my mind just isn't going anywhere. This was a pen I also brought out with me to draw with because it's a Parker 61 that's missing its little arrow, and this is all deformed. So again, this pen could perhaps be lost, and I wouldn't worry about it. But the ink didn't want to come out of it. And I don't know why. It seemed to be full, but I don't know what was wrong with it. So a pen that doesn't put ink on the page is a pen that is useless in my book. So back to the new pen. The newest pen on the block is this one, and it's weird. This is a weird pen. I just have a feeling I'm going to break this trying to get the cap off. This nib is nice, but it isn't nearly as nice as this one. This one just skates on the page. I really like this one. And I'll find a barrel that isn't cracked one day, but right now it's fine. I'll keep using it until it breaks, and I might tape it up. I've done that before. I was using this very pen sketching outside, and I took the cap off like this, and from here to there was in one hand, and from here to there was in the other hand, and it just snapped right in two. And the plastic of this particular era was very brittle. And I don't know why, but again, they added something to the mix that shouldn't have been added. So anyway, well, I'm glad that my box came relatively unscathed from being taped up. There's still a piece of tape on here that I can, this is the one that's going to tear everything apart, I suppose. But this is a weird pen. God, that is just going to... Maybe that was part of their cunning plan. They would build a pen like this that you'd probably break in half trying to get the cap off. And you'd go back to the store and they would sell you a new barrel. Is that how they were thinking? We got rid of all the lever, box and lever people. That department has been closed down, and we're slimming, tightening our belt. There's a slight warp to it. Now I don't know if it's because the cap is crooked or is there a slight warp to it? There is a slight warp to it. It's funny. Where are the threads on this thing? Anyway. Okay, what part of this is threaded? There's no threads. How does this work? Oh, I see. Isn't this fucking clever? This is just unbelievably clever. The threads for the barrel are back here. And they go into that little threaded bit there. So you line this up They're engaging back here, and that's how it works. I learned something about pens every day. Write your answers below. Is this a good idea or really, really stupid? Funny. Funny, funny, funny. Bye.